presented by Swinford Media Group. Get ready for a WFCN Game of the Week, powered by our incredible sponsors: Watermark Auto Group, John A. Logan College, Black Diamond Harley Davidson, Moreland-Bishop McDonalds, Deaconess, Illinois Medical Center, Chick-Fil-A of Marion, Anderson's Furniture and Mattress, the Illinois Army National Guard, Legence Bank, Kemper CPA Group, the City of Herrin, the City of Sesser, Banterra Bank, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Bank of Herrin, State Farm Kenya Garner, SIU Credit Union, SouthernTrust Bank, the Print Shop at Pieces of Learning, First Southern Bank, Anderson Boys Trash Service, State Bank of Whittington, Urology Institute,
Hello and welcome to the WFCN Southern Illinois High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Price, the lead reporter at WFCN, joined alongside Garrett Smith, who does play-by-play for the WFCN Game of the Week. Tonight we have for you what could end up being a playoff matchup. We have the Benton Rangers visiting the Harrisburg Bulldogs in the final week of the regular season. Both teams are postseason eligible, with the winner advancing to the IHSA playoffs and the loser having to sit and await their fate tomorrow evening during the playoff selection process.
Yeah, Aaron, the Benton Rangers, they come into play today at 5-3, and their last 2 weeks they were kind of on autopilot. Winning 44 over West Frankfort, beat Pinckneyville last week by 48. They're starting to find a rhythm that they had early on in the year when it looked like they might be the best team in Southern Illinois across the board. They're starting to get that back potentially, and a big part of why they're even postseason eligible is because of what they did early in the year. I mean, they had kind of a strong middle portion of that schedule, and they couldn't beat anyone that is going to be relevant in the postseason. But they're picking it back up. Win tonight just locks up a spot.
Yeah. Last time we saw the Benton Rangers in action here on the WFCN Game of the Week was a couple weeks ago against West Frankfort, and we saw a very strong Ranger team. So we're going to see if they can pull that off tonight here against the Bulldogs. And speaking of the Bulldogs, they're also at 5-3 and coming off of a gritty home victory over the Herrin Tigers, 44-35. Now, while that didn't go exactly to plan, the Bulldogs still found a way to knock off Herrin and have put themselves in a similar spot as Benton. Garrett, we weren't over here for that game against Herrin last week, but man, it looked to be an exciting one through most of it, I would say.
It was an odd one
in
terms of just sitting back and getting updates periodically throughout the evening. Looked like Herrin had a shot to win that game, but credit to Coach Griffith's team, because it doesn't have to be pretty. All wins count the same, and they're sitting in the same boat as Benton, 5-3.
Yeah, one win, and they march into the postseason. So we will have a little bit more of a preview of the Rangers and the Bulldogs as both teams are set to battle for a spot in the playoffs here at Taylor Field. Stay tuned as the WFCN News Game of the Week continues here from Harrisburg.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what Johnny Logan does for you.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
3 hospitals, 1 shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess Illinois Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
We welcome you back to Harrisburg as we are in Week 9 of the 2024 football season. Tonight, our game of the week returns to Saline County for a second week this season, and in Harrisburg in particular for the second week this season. Early in the season, the Benton Rangers were regarded as potentially the best team in Southern Illinois, and while the season has taken a slight turn, that early season success might be what proves costly in helping Benton get across the finish line. Once again tonight, they're here in Harrisburg visiting the Bulldogs. Garrett, the Benton Rangers have been a team that have had their ups and downs, as we mentioned this season. But coming in tonight, I guess, what is something that you're looking for the Rangers to see from the Rangers tonight going against the Bulldogs?
I think they'll come out pretty hungry today, and I'm looking at their schedule right now, and it's hard to find a marquee win on that schedule. Yeah, West Frankfort, you beat them up, but West Frankfort really can't. They've had blowout wins or blowout losses.
Right.
So, and they were blown out by Benton. So this could be a nice marquee win.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams in the same boat. A win gets you in, and this is basically week 1 for these teams of the postseason, in a sense, because there's a chance the loser is done anyways, as would be in a playoff format.
Right. And we spoke with Benton Rangers head coach Justin Grooves on his thoughts heading into tonight's game and the final game of the season. Here's a little bit of what he had.
All right, we're here with Benton head coach Groves. Man, we've made it all the way through a full football season, and you guys have made it here to Week 9 against the Harrisburg Bulldogs. I guess go ahead and tell me a little bit about what are you seeing in your guys here coming into Week 9 and kind of your overall thoughts on the season altogether.
Well, we've had good practices all week, just like every other week. Just got to limit our mistakes and, come out and play well with a good Harrisburg team. We're both fighting for playoff positioning, so it's important, and our kids got to get out and get off to a good start.
Yeah. Tonight, going into the game against Harrisburg, obviously, as you mentioned, this is a big game for the playoffs. So I guess we're seeing a lot of confidence in your guys.
Yeah, our guys feel good. We've played good the last couple of weeks, and found our identity a little bit. Kind of lost our way a little bit halfway through the season. Made a lot of mistakes, had some turnovers, but this game may come down to who turns the ball over the fewest times. So we're prepared for that. Hopefully we can just put together a good 4 quarters.
Yeah, limit mistakes as much as you can, I would say, in a game this late in the season.
Yeah, every week you want to limit mistakes,
right.
But especially this week, and get ready to go for round 1 of the playoffs. Hopefully improve some seeding with a win tonight, and just got to come out and perform.
All right, well, we wish you best of luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Once again, that was Benton Rangers head coach Justin Groves, and talking a lot about in that interview, just playing clean football tonight. I mean, you always want to do that, but especially this late in the season and in a big game like this. And Garrett, I would imagine that's something Harrisburg is looking to do tonight as well.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, we talked about another team in the region that hadn't really played close games. Harrisburg hadn't done that until last week. You mentioned it earlier. Found a way to win against the Herrin Tigers 44-35. And, that approach might have to be used again tonight. This isn't a team in the Benton Rangers that you can come in here and just blow them out. You're not going to do it.
Right.
It's hard to do that. Even the better teams that have beaten them, it's a progression of starting to pull away from them. But I don't think Harrisburg has the firepower to do it. I will note, we said how both teams are in a similar spot. I don't call it an identical spot because I actually think the Rangers are in no matter what. That you still want to win because it's going to improve your seeding.
Right.
They got enough playoff points. They've beaten some good teams or played some good teams where they're going to be good no matter what, I think. And I've looked at a couple of scores that have already come in today. Harrisburg probably needs to win this game. There's a chance, but why put it on the selection process? Just come out and do your business and win the game, and you won't have to worry about it. But I think the game actually might mean a little bit more for Harrisburg tonight.
Yeah, it would certainly be a big win for the Bulldogs tonight if they can pull that off, especially here at home on senior night on their home field against a team like the Rangers. And obviously this is not the only exciting game going on tonight in Southern Illinois. There's a lot of other local high school football going on. It is a big week for high school football in Southern Illinois, and we're keeping a close eye on 6 local games tonight. Of course, we have this one here in Harrisburg, Benton at Harrisburg for a playoff berth. Another big game tonight to determine the Black Diamond Conference. Carmi-White County, who's 7-1 on the season and in conference, at Johnston City, who is also 7-1 on the season and 7-0 in conference, to determine the winner of the Black Diamond Conference. Also tonight over on the Marion Star Facebook page, live right now, we have Mattoon at Marion. Marion looking to win that game to guarantee a playoff berth tonight.
And I will say Marion needs to win that game as well. They're in a very similar boat as Harrisburg.
Yeah, big game over there tonight for the Wildcats. So if you're a Wildcat fan, over on the Marion Star Facebook page, that game is live now with Bill Swinford over there tonight at that game. Another big game tonight is DeCoin at Murfreesboro. Both of those teams are also at the same records this season, 6-2 on the season. That game could decide if either team hosts in round 1 of the IHSA playoffs. Elsewhere in Southern Illinois, Sesser-Valier makes the trip to Flora. Sesser-Valier can still share the Black Diamond Conference, and Flora would clinch the postseason with a win in that game. Another game tonight, Massac County and Pinckneyville on our top 6 local pairings we're watching tonight for Week 9. Any other big pairings tonight, Garrett, that you're keeping an eye on?
I will say Fairfield, they can get a win and they can get in. Centralia, a win puts them in. We've covered everybody else just about. West Frankfort can win and be eligible. Mount Carmel, a little north, but they won the other day. They played, I think, yesterday. And so they're now playoff eligible. But a lot of good games. I think we've covered them, but we'll be keeping an eye on them throughout the night.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll have, as you mentioned, Garrett, some score updates for you all throughout the night here on the Game of the Week, as well as during our Deaconess Illinois post-game show and our Johnny Logan College halftime show here on the Game of the Week. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at what to expect as we are nearing the playoffs here of the 2024 IHSA football season. You're watching the WFCN Game of the Week live from Harrisburg.
Anderson's family of stores has the lowest prices of the year. Get up to 25% off store-wide or 0% financing till 2030. Dining starting at $279, sofas starting at $399, bedrooms starting at $499, and queen mattresses at $179. It's savings season indeed. Thousands of items in stock ready for immediate delivery. Plus, get same-day delivery on most mattresses. Only at Anderson's family of stores.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marty Blue. I'm a chiropractor in Marion, Illinois now, and I do dry needling and Graston technique, a lot of sports med. I just want people to be able to feel comfortable, call me, make an appointment, just love to talk to people, whatever they need. A lot of times people just say, hey, is this a chiropractic thing? And you know, most of the time it is, and if not, I'll show you where you need to go next. You know, I make it very personalized. There's no canned chiropractic. It's just, whatever you need, we'll talk about it. So just give me a call.
Philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them. We want to build relationships with our customers. We just don't want to do a transaction and it stops there.
Community banking is relationships. Legence Bank is relationships. There's so many customers that they are not a number, they are a customer, they are a relationship that's not only financial but personal.
Legence loves local.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Welcome back to the WFCN News Game of the Week here from Taylor Field in Harrisburg, where it is a win and in for both teams. The loser this evening can still get in the IHSA playoffs, but both teams should have a must-win mentality. And Garrett, last week of high school football, it doesn't get much better than this. And another thing that we're watching is IHSA playoffs starting next weekend, and we'll hopefully have some playoff broadcasts. We will have some broadcasts coming to you in the IHSA postseason, possibly next Saturday.
Yeah, there's a couple teams that probably are definitely going to host in Johnson City and Sesser Valier. Carterville's in that mix. That could host as well. And I will say, the polls came out a few days ago for the IHSA in the classes 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. Harrisburg and Benton, it all depends on how things end and how many teams. Once the teams are in, then they kind of sort the classes. But the 3A, 4A, there's no teams down here in Southern Illinois that are ranked in that top 10 poll. So in a sense, the 3A and 4A are wide open. This week's so big, you win, and you can really go on a run like we saw last year with Harrisburg. They needed to win at Benton. They did. And then getting that win, they reel off a couple of wins, and they were actually a Hail Mary short of winning a third game and going into the fourth round. But 3A and 4A is so open down here. 1A, Sesser Valier's running the 1A right now. Johnson City in the past few years has been running the 2A.
Right.
These teams, if they get in, it's not we're just happy to get in. These are teams that can get in and make runs. And that's why I'm really hoping for a good game tonight, because I think it can absolutely be a playoff-type atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about our Watermark Auto Group keys to the game. All right, so Garrett, what are some of the keys to the game that we're looking at tonight?
One key. I'll let you look at my sheet, Aaron.
Yeah. Win.
It doesn't, and to go into more detail on it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you do it, right? Do whatever you got to do. There's so many aspects to a football game. Win the majority of them. Try to win special teams. Try to, get after. I mean, both these teams have great running backs. Both have great quarterbacks. Guys that can sit in the pocket and throw the football. There's so many moving parts and elements.
Adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college, and I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what John A. Logan does for you.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
3 hospitals, 1 shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess, Illinois, Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
Welcome to Wit and Wisdom, located at 202 North Market in downtown Marion, Illinois. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. Stop in and check out our spirit wear, custom tees, embroidery services, and more, all in a historical boutique setting. Check us out anytime online at www.witandwisdomstore.com.
This is Thrill Bill at Oasis Power Sports in front of the Marion Mall. I want to let everybody know that we offer so many different products. I'm going to walk through and I'm going to show you a bunch. We have a ton of inventory outside. These things are everywhere. Not only do we have all that inventory outside, we have a full house inside as well. So come on down and see us. Let's get it.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the Print Shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the Print Shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
All right, we welcome you back to Taylor Field here in Harrisburg, as it is a big Week 9 matchup as the Harrisburg Bulldogs are hosting the Benton Rangers, getting ready to wrap up the Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show as the Rangers are announced here on the field. Garrett, we've talked a lot about it already here in this pregame, but as we've mentioned, this is a must-win for the Bulldogs tonight. If they want to have a shot in the IHSA playoffs, and pretty much in many ways would also be a big win for the Benton Rangers, especially in seeding.
And I will say this, Aaron, they don't necessarily have to win. Harrisburg doesn't have to win.
Right.
More than likely they need to. If they were to lose, they would need a lot of other things to go their way, and there's a lot of possible outcomes out there, but they probably need to win.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I said, you win tonight, you don't even have to worry about all of it, whether you had to or you didn't and all that. But Benton's still going to play with a must-win mentality because, they've got to get into playoff mode too. They're going to be playing next week in the postseason. Not sure where.
Hold up. We're not live for some reason. We've been live, but it kicked us off. All right, after a few difficulties, we welcome you back here to the Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show from Taylor Field as the Harrisburg Bulldogs are announced here at home. Garrett, we've mentioned it a lot, but this is a must-win in many ways for the Harrisburg Bulldogs, but comes with a little bit of a twist, so go ahead and talk a little bit about that for those who might just be joining us.
Yeah, as we were going over it, got cut off, but Harrisburg probably needs to win this game, as we were talking, Aaron. They aren't necessarily dead if they get beat, but a lot of moving parts would come into play with them not having a whole lot of playoff points. So a win, you get 6. It doesn't matter how many playoff points you have, but at 5, Benton seems to be safely in. They've got quite a bit of a good amount of points, and then Harrisburg, more work to be done, but they win tonight. It doesn't even matter. A loss, and you're sweating it out tomorrow.
Also our chain gang for this year for the Bulldogs.
So we're getting ready for kickoff, just a few minutes away from senior night here at Taylor Field in Harrisburg. And a couple players to watch. Big games, you always tend to lean on quarterback play, and we'll look at both quarterbacks here tonight. Tiffin Kazookas for Benton and Owen Rand for Harrisburg. We've been able to see Kazookas a couple of times this season, and he looked awful sharp way back in week 1 against Carterville. And then week 7 up against West Frankfort. Didn't have to do a whole lot. Fell behind early, but then the Rangers offense started rolling. They went to the running backs a lot, and that worked. And they moved down the field fairly easily against West Frankfort. And then on the other side, Owen Rand is a guy that has had help in his running backs all season. And then he got stifled by Carterville when we were over here in that contest. But Benton Rangers will be set to receive the opening kickoff from tonight's contest. Harrisburg in the purple jersey tops and pants. In return, it's the wearing white Benton Rangers running it left side and finding a crease. And a great starting field position on the return from Kinsman. Kinsman returns it out past the 40-yard line to start things off. 10 seconds in on the game of the week from Taylor Field in Harrisburg. So a big chance for the defensive stand for Harrisburg. Just shy, maybe at the 43-yard line. That's where they got it marked. It's already nearing midfield, and it's Kazookas. And quarterback keeper up the gut. He'll get across in the 45, just shy of the 50 before he goes down. A good pickup on first down for Tiffin Kazookas and the Benton Rangers. They'll mark it at the 48. And Benton looks to get back in there and go pretty quickly. Kazookas in the shotgun, back to his right. He's got receivers left and right. This is Kazookas with the keeper, first down and much more. Spinning through a couple of would-be tacklers and down past the 35. A couple of spin moves. Evades 2 or 3 Harrisburg Bulldogs. And it's a first Southern Bank first down for Kazookas and the Rangers. Talked about him looking good through the air, and 2 quarterback keepers out of the jump. And he's already got the Rangers in striking distance across midfield. The 34 is where they have it marked. Kazookas gets the ball, and they go to the back. That's Spencer outright, right in, and he's got a whole lot of daylight in front of him. Makes one man miss, makes another man miss, and he's in. Riley Spencer from 34 yards out, and the Benton Rangers are already on the board.